It's the new year, and that means a new MOCS season for Vintage. Welcome back, Vintage gamers, to 2026. This is quarter one, first Vintage showcase of 3. Top 8 of these 3 events will auto-qualify for the MOCS qualifier. The MOCS qualifier is a invite-only Vintage event where the winner gets to go to the 8-player MOCS. By going to the 8-player MOCS, you're also qualifying for the Pro Tour and at least $5,000 in prizing. So, this is the beginning of a long trek of high-stakes Vintage events culminating in a really cool one that I haven't played in a little while. It's quite hard to qualify for. Already, this event is going to be over 150 players. So 8 rounds of Vintage. And you're going to have to go 7-1 or 8-0 for the most part to get top 8. So it's tough. I'm going to play my trusty, tried and true Jeskai PO deck with some minor changes. The minor changes being, I cut an Opal for a Swords. This is just hedging my deck more towards mono white. I expect a lot of mono white from players picking up the deck for the showcase from other formats. There's also pretty heavy Frog and Raker at the moment, so I'm going to make my deck worse against blue and combo, and make my deck better against Null Rod and Swords. One thing this will do is it will throw off my sideboarding plans pretty drastically, so we'll have to keep that in mind when we're sideboarding. A lot of our heuristics will be thrown off. So we'll have to keep, be cognizant of that because you sideboard out opals a lot. In the sideboard itself, I added another portable hole, again, just kind of hedging towards those kind of decks. And I changed a Hercules to a Consign. I don't think the uptick in Secret Shops is worth playing the Hercules. And I'd rather have the deck card that is a little bit better against Raker, which has a very high showing at the moment. So. And the rest is the same stuff that has been played in my deck in the last few months. I'm still on Over Encumbered as the Dredge Hate to go along with Double Lantern, with both lanterns coming in against Breach. I still have never cast Over Encumbered, by the way. I've played like 50 matches of high-stakes Vintage with Over Encumbered in my sideboard and have never used it. But everyone who has used it has told me they liked it, so we're going to hold true to my theoreticals here and keep it there. I will see you for 8 rounds of Vintage Magic. Looking to play some paper Vintage? The next full proxy ELD Vintage opening is happening in Bellingham, Mass on February 1st. I'll see you there. All right, round 1 versus Nathan. I'm on the draw. Opponent has not revealed a companion. If I was on the play, this would be a little bit better. I don't mind this hand, though. The problem is if they're Dredge, which I don't think he will be. But let's see. Certainly not a great looking Meticulous Archive spot. Unless I want to hold Open Force. Which could happen. Jewel Shops is the most likely thing. So, yeah, what up, Wesson? I'm going to keep. Mana Crypt. Workshop. The One Ring. The One Ring. All right, well. The One Ring with Force backup. Not much I can do about that. There are just not very many ways to win from here for me. I'm going to deploy a Vexing Bauble and try to make it to a Saga completion to PO, I guess. I don't know. It's basically lost on turn 1, but that's what Jewel does, so. A Volt keyed? Oh no, just volted. Let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to be able to use this bauble, so I am just gonna crack my own bauble here. It's gonna let me have mental misstep up for key anyways. Trinisphere. Okay. Yep. Moxing is my way out. I think. I guess there's a world where I could have bottomed MOCS in hopes to draw exactly 4th Aerlingas, getting Black Lotus for 6 total damage, assuming my opponent loses the crypt flip and goes to 10. It's like a little short. All right, they're at 10. I think that's my way out of this game, is my opponent somehow bricks on this turn, and then I have a lethal 4th Aerlingus. But, I mean, if they cast a Jewel, like, the percentage chance of them bricking is basically nothing, so. But this game, like I said, this game was pretty much over on turn 1, comparing opening hands. Anything we can scratch out of it or crawl our way out is positive. There's basically no hand that's going to beat that, except for, like, I guess if I was playing my own turbo combo deck, like a Tinker deck, that untapped and tinkered myself. All right. 3 ball is in. So they are going to go take some damage here. Didn't draw what we were looking for. I don't really know what my out is now. It's probably still 4th, to be honest. They're going to be at minimum 7. I think the answer is get a Black Lotus, and I mean, I could cast Stock Up. Yeah, because Black Lotus would let me hold open things on their turn to theoretically live. I could also play Sapphire, seems worse. Jesus. Those are bad. Okay. I will take Sink and Fetch. That way, if I somehow get another turn, I have a red source if I draw 4th Erlingas, which is my out. Although I guess like my opponent's pretty likely to cast a new ring. I mean, they're pretty likely to PO is what they're pretty likely to do. Trying to use me. All right. The fact that we haven't died yet is pretty crazy. All right, 7 is actually an awkward number because we can only actually, yeah, we can fourth for 8, but like I said, pretty unlikely. My nose is so itchy. All right, new ring. I think that just has to happen. There are too many other spells that actually win the game that we have to maybe be able to. I mean, I can't. What does Sync actually do here? Nothing. Manamo, untap 1 ring. Banger. They just filter using that instead of just using Jewel for blue. Interesting. I don't understand how I'm alive either. Maybe they just drew all forces. I don't know. Even if I sync a PO here, they can still cast another PO. I guess I could sync a Jewel here. Nothing helps me though. Like, I'm still gonna die on the next turn. This can just become another ring. Still just dead. This is just not a winning play, but I don't think I have winning plays. They're just gonna hard cast a force, or they're gonna 3 mana cast a force. They figured out they can just play a new ring. Pass? Wild. It wasn't just first round Jewel as a shot. It was first round Jewel with turn 1 ring force backup. I'd love to be able to see their hand so I could know what was happening here. I'd love my hand to not be shit. They're at 3 life, but I can't prevent a PO. So, like, it doesn't actually matter. I can't even Flusterstorm because it costs 3 mana. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I have 3 mana. Even if I can Flusterstorm, it's not going to actually counter it unless they play a ton of spells first. I mean, that's one way I could win this game, is my opponent, like, casts a ton of spells and then POs into a Flusterstorm and then dies. A junk token. Time Walk. Time Walk is completely fine. If I win this game from a Mana Crypt flip, I will be so crazy happy. Oh, they Otawara uncounterably bounced the Mana Crypt. Damn. Yeah, you got it. What a weird game. And metamorphing a new ring. You got it. All right. Discard 3 hands to hand size. Mana Crypt, MOCS. Maybe they just drew all MOCS in. Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Ruby. Key. Have to counter that. All right, I've been bested. To be fair, I was bested 10 minutes ago. I did use a lot of time of my own time there, so it's not like I even got a huge advantage because I had to hold up counters the whole time. But I did see like ways out. Like if my opponent had gone like PO instead of Odawara or something, like they could have actually lost. So I think it was worth playing it out. Yeah, Nathan is quite an accomplished magician. I'm sure the hand was just non-functional. I've played Jewel before. I've seen it happen. I've got 2 consigns, a Force of Negation, and a Trap, so pretty good anti-Jewel cards, as well as Pyroblasts, which are better than Flusterstorm. And then I can take out Swords, Fluster, Probe, Lantern, Island, all kinds of cards. Probably just keep Chain for Karn. I'll keep Probe on the play. Try that. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I kept a Force hand against a prospective Jewel opponent, and he had turn 1 Ring with Force backup. Jewel is unfortunately the oops all spells of Vintage, and sometimes you just die. Oh, I should have done the data for yesterday, huh? My bad. Guess we'll make sure it's good after this. You can't really ask for much more against Jewel than having turn 1 Force, so. I actually do consider this to be a pretty decent matchup now with the amount of sideboard I have. I made extra sideboard considerations because of Japan, and I decided to keep most of them. Could ask to be on the play. It would have helped a little bit, but I mean, I would have played a Vexing Bauble and not gotten turn 1 unless you had a Grim Monolith. I guess I could have just not played a Vexing Bauble. That seems unlikely, though. All right, on the play. I have a cat. How's my hand? Good. I'll keep. This is going to be a better Meticulous Archive hand. Getting value right away. I know better than to play this Thundertrap Trainer, even though I want to. Even though I want to, I know better. Yeah. Lots of 3 balls recently against me. Probably not. Kind of just want to hit a land or a MOCS. Holy hell. I just have none of those in my top cards. I guess it's PO. We hit mana next turn and stock up, and then the turn after PO. Oh boy. Not ideal. This is a Metamorph on my trainer. It's pretty good. Would love to have been able to dress down it, but oh, on the Sapphire, so you can cast Tinker on Time Walk. That's fair. I don't think taking 4th is very good there. No follow-up play. So it must be all permission. How can that be possible if we didn't fight over Trinisphere? Interesting. Another trainer. Okay. Guess I can take Lorien revealed. I don't really want a Lorien revealed, though. Jesus. Okay. It's fine. Oh, I got Hull Breachered. I see. It's fine. I keep forgetting people are actually playing this card in the deck. I think it's really bad, but I guess I should have taken Pyroblast. I just keep having this dress down, but I can't cast it because I have no Metamorph or no mana. 2 Hull Breachers. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I think I'm dead, by the way. I can't believe I'm losing this game. I guess I shouldn't have attacked into Hull Breacher, though. So that was a pretty big mistake, because then I could have just had 2 trainers back to block, and it was never going to do anything. So, I mean, I made a mistake. I clearly did not play around Hull Breacher in the slightest, and I lost because of it, so... I can take one more hit before I go for dress down into PO. I mean, I can still just win this game with PO dress down stuff. I'm gonna cast stock up and try to hit a land and or mostly MOCS is what I really want to hit. I got Force of Negated, pitching Force of Will. I guess I'm not allowed for this to get countered. So, okay. Ancestral Ruby. I won't be able to have Force back up because I'm going to take a full hit here. I guess I could jump block. It's just Ancestral Ruby. I could chump block because I'm going to have to leave dress down in play, right? What do they draw? Yep. Otter, I assume, looking for Force. They found Force. So many blue cards. I can flame killing both of these. So I think it's fine to just go to 1. I don't have Force backup anyways, so... I guess, yeah. I mean, they have another Force blue card. They have another Force blue card. They had 3 Forces. I don't know. So if I draw Flame, I can still get out of this. Oh, I'm pretty dead. I mean, I didn't play this game very well. I didn't play around Hull Breacher, but... losing to my opponent the only reason my opponent was able to play this game is because I had a Sapphire and they copied it. Like, their deck doesn't function without me playing a Sapphire. Like, I can't respond to this Thunder Trap Trainer because I need to end step a dress down so I can play to win. Like, obviously my attack was bad. I shouldn't have attacked, right? That was the biggest misplay. But all the other things are just like super unfortunate, right? So I could have... I didn't have double blue card though, right? If I had taken force... dress down is unbelievable. It kills Metamorph. If you cast dress down in response to Metamorph, it kills Metamorph. I was just tapped out the whole game. I didn't have any mana. If I had taken force and then chump blocked, no, we can't. We can't. We can't. We need to end step a dress down so that we can untap and PO. No. Like, the percentage chance my opponent has another force blue card, like, is no. All right. Ancestral Recall, target myself. I want that one. 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 I don't know. Like, chain, PO, snap, flame. Yeah, I win this game for sure. Like, even simply destroy this. Sorry, deal 5 to this, destroy this off of flame. Have a trainer in play, blocking. It's a one game. Like, losing this game is actually crazy to me. And the reason I lost this game is entirely my bad attack, though. Like, I win this game if I don't make the bad attack. Like, I just didn't play around Hull Breacher, obviously. Game lost. So, I mean, it's on me. I think forcing the Hull Breacher is bad, though. Like, I really don't think I'm supposed to, like, fight over a Hull Breacher. It's, like, it's, like, not an impactful card in this current situation. But maybe because I fucked up and I attacked, I have to force it. But if I don't attack with this Thunder Trap Trainer, then, like, what happens? Like, they can't attack, or they play it, they copy it, I double block, and it's still fine. I have to force this stock up to play the game. That's fine. And then I can't take force ancestral because I won't have... I mean, I could, like, get risky, right? I could take force ancestral, block with Thunder Trap Trainer, dress down on the next turn, ancestral, and I have to hit, like... No, I can't do that because I have to pitch to PO anyways. I'm gonna have to, like, draw like insane. No, this is the right play. The thing is... Wait, so... My opponent pitched force, right? Wait a second, I'm so confused. Didn't my opponent pitch force to force? Why did they play this why did they play this Metamorph then? That's crazy. Why would you play the Metamorph then? Didn't they just risk it? If I dress down here, how do I win the game, Wessel? How do I win the game? I need to win the game. I need to end step the dress down so that I can PO and ancestral. No, I can't believe opponent played a Metamorph here, actually, because the Metamorph is a blue card, so they had blue card force already. Like, there's no reason to play Trainer, right? There's no reason to play Metamorph as Trainer? Isn't this, like, super risky? Like, you have to hit a blue card, and you've already used a bunch of blue cards? I'm not crazy, right? Is not fight over stock up an option? I don't think so. Like, to win this game, I need to be POing for a certain amount, right? And if I choose not to fight over this, then it means I like have to wait, and I have to attack on, like, if I block and go to 5, then I'm taking lethal on the next turn, right? So I have to go and combo kill my opponent on my turn, and I have to use 2 of that mana to dress down, so I'm not gonna have enough mana to PO. So you just like can't not fight over the stock up. But my opponent already had force blue card from this spot. Like, they don't have force blue card here, but after they draw, they have force blue card. They have metamorph, force of will in their hand. I can't believe they cast this. They just lucked into, they hit a blue card. If they hadn't hit a blue card off this force, we win this game. Like, if this dress down resolves, we do win the game. But again, like I said, all of this is all because I attacked here. Like, this attack lost the game, and this attack is completely avoidable. Like, I want to attack because my opponent does have like an ancient tomb, and like attacking is good, but like I should understand that my opponent probably has a hull breacher based on not playing anything on this turn. So if I just simply don't attack here, I'm in a much better spot. Like, yeah. So it's my own fault for sure. But I guess it is pretty crazy that, like, what was the opponent's game plan if I didn't play a Sapphire? I guess it doesn't matter because I played a Sapphire on turn 1. How do I win? I cast Dress Down, and then on my turn, I Ancestral and I PO, and then I kill Flame of Anor, kill these 2 things, draw a million cards, win the game? What? It's very simple. Okay, round 2, up against Super Cow, likely on Bazaar. This hand doesn't function. We can finally test our over encumbreds. Mulligan for opponent, mulligan for me. This is probably a hand that I am priced into keeping as PO versus Bazaar. And then I actually think I bottom misstep because Archive can power something out for Lurrus for us. This is not a hand I'm like thrilled about in a variety of matchups, but it is kind of one of the ways we can beat Dredge in game 1. There are 2 ways to beat Dredge in game 1. Find our 1 Soul Guide Lantern and establish a Lurrus lock, or 2, PO combo our opponents. And this hand does the A out of the A plus B part of PO combo our opponent, so. Obviously, my opponent might not be on Dredge. Maybe they swap it up and they play Jewel or something. Jewel or Mono White, and this hand is a lot worse against both of those decks, but probably still within range. I probably wouldn't want to keep this hand against Mono White. We have a lot better avenues to play the game. And then I wouldn't want to keep it against Jewel because it doesn't have a force. If I like 100% knew my opponent was on Jewel, you could theoretically keep your opening hand that had a force and some mana to stock up. No bottom the mental misstep. I don't think it does anything here. So let's see. Ah, workshop. Breaker? No. Sure. Fair enough. It's gonna be one of those days, I guess. That is a card, but I don't think I'm ever casting it, so Yeah, I mean, sometimes vintage happens. I did take out the Hercules from my sideboard as well, so... notably, our first hand would not have been good against this deck. Yeah. Well, we'll try to make sure we play better than we did last round for game 2, so... Golos into Saga. Golos into Wasteland. Stone Coil for 6. I do think that Sphere Shops was definitely a sleeper deck for this tournament, so... Gonna have to either... I mean, even a chain isn't good yet, so... It's probably gonna have to be... combination of things. Ancestral's our best draw. Ancestral into Academy Chain PO is our way out of this game. And, like, this game can be... things that this hand might have been really good against Dredge. Unfortunately, Super Cow opted off of Dredge for this event. Some power in doing that. Yeah, this hand would have been... probably would have won a game 1 against Dredge, which is pretty cool. Nettle Cyst. All right, die pretty fast here. This hand is entirely based on Null Rod. Kind of bold, isn't it? So if I draw a chain, I will fire it off because we have a cantrip off of Soul Guide. Game is still very winnable, but the number of outs is very low. I almost included a portable hole instead of second swords, which would have helped for this matchup. All right, so I have one more turn here. If I had a force in my opening hand, this game would have been a very easy win because I would just counter Null Rod and my opponent wouldn't have anything else after. This doesn't change the clock, so it's fine because I can't re-equip it because the Null Rod's in play. So I don't want to counter it in case my opponent has like a second Null Rod in hand that I want to force. Because that will limit my outs here. Caracas. Okay, so my outs are the same. It's draw the Chain of Vapor, the Null Rod, Soul Guide Lantern into a PO, and kill my opponent with 4 Theralingas. Nope. Didn't get wastelanded in that game is pretty crazy. My opponent's hand was like really all in on Null Rod. The good news here is I have Portable Holes, Swords to Plowshare, Consign to Memory, Negation, maybe even Trap. Probe, Misstep, Fluster, Lantern, Bauble, Opal. I don't particularly like Vexing Bauble in this matchup. Something like this. Even on the play. Now our goals here are going to be hit land drops, use our removal, and eventually overwhelm opponent with flames and stock ups. If we go to game 3, we'll probably bring in Trap. Sure. That does the job. All right. we'll fetch go, and we'll basic island consign if I have to consign, and if I don't have to consign, then I'll go Meticulous Archive. I already have double non-basic anyways. I might actually go fetch Tundra if I have to consign, just in case my opponent's on a Ghost Quarter. Let me look at the random Sphere Shops lists. Yeah, 1 Ghost Quarter. 4 Null Rod main. I like that. Yeah, I mean, we're playing 1 against Shops and 2 against Super Cow, who doesn't look to be entirely focused on this match. Fair enough. I don't think it has them double queuing. I think maybe they're playing Arena, maybe they're playing something else. Who knows? Maybe they're just playing slow. Soul Ring. Yep. Scrawly Crawly. I think that is fine. The reason that's fine is because I'd rather use my swords on a thing that's easy to swords. So I'll just get my archive in here. I will top that. And then I will swords this. I guess I won't swords. Do I want the extra? Yeah, I guess I'll just swords this. I guess this opens me up to getting wastelanded before, and I won't be able to counterspell, but... So maybe this play is actually bad. Maybe I should just go get a Tundra and swords. The problem with free cards is that if I'm answering all my opponent's cards 1 for 1, it's not actually helping me, right? So the problem with this line that I just took is that it actually makes me more susceptible to wastelands. So I probably should have not gone for the value, and I should have just we'll see. Like my opponent might not do that, but it certainly means like an opponent could resolve like a Karn here with a wasteland or something, which would be bad. So it was a bad play, I think, in general. I should have just got a Tundra and swords it and stuff. Yep. All right, well, I immediately got punished for my misplay again. No rod, that's fine. That's actually, I would let that resolve, so. If there's a sphere, it's fine. Okay, that's fine. My opponent just locked themselves out more than they locked me out. As long as I don't get wastelanded again and I draw lands. Got strip mind. Now I'm gonna get quick ghost quartered, I assume. Got punished for keeping this on top as well. Maybe I should have just binned it. I think I'm like playing really badly today. Maybe I did need to do some practice with this deck. This is like classic sphere shops though. Like if they don't have another land here, they're actually locked underneath their own hate pieces. But I'm still pretty locked, so. But yeah, this is all because I played my first turn incorrectly. Yeah, I could have even not fetched, done nothing, took the extra damage, and then sorted with my Tundra. That would have been better too. That's a great draw. I mean, I'm drawing out of it. The question is, am I free to deploy a trainer here? I think I'm going to. I guess that's my last volcanic. Something to think about. These cards are not good. I guess I'm glad I'm not drawing any of them. That is a problem with Consign here. Being 2 mana means I can't actually advance the game if I hold it up. Every land draw is a good draw, so the fact that I cleared 4 non-lands off the top is quite good for me here. Good. Like I said, I've drawn very well this game. I've drawn a lot of lands, even after keeping a trainer on top, which was probably ended up being bad. The good news is I think my opponent's in trouble with their own deck. They are currently being kept from casting things that cost 3 or more. Like I said, I was never going to counter this Null Rod, even if I had sequenced my lands correctly and played better. I probably would have countered the Sphere, though. It's a little bit prohibitive for my game plan. But the Null Rod doesn't matter if I don't have any artifacts, which is part of the reason why I boarded out like 5 artifacts here. They drew Tolarian Academy. Well, that's about the that's about the most possible I could be punished for playing Thunder Trap Trainer. I'm very dead now. Opponent got a wasteland off of their Golos. that is the most possible punish. Portable hole. This would be good if I had Moxen, but I don't have Moxen, so it's not particularly good. So I'll get an Ancestral. I can't like spend the turn holding open Consign for Crucible, so they actually have just enough to buy Crucible, play Crucible this turn. Oh wait, they have just enough to do that. I guess I die to that because I can't portable hole it. Huh. So I guess I just have to hold up Consign and do nothing? That's crazy. Well, I mean, I can hold open all 3 mana, right? Maybe they won't play it this turn so they can wasteland me. No. They have another wasteland in hand. Oh no, they just have wasteland on the yard. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm just dead. So yeah, I had to hold open Consign and just like pray. Wow. All right. Well, I did not play well this tournament, so I can't really complain very much here. I think I played abysmally. Cool. I'm just gonna go and do anything other than this. Yeah, I mean, my opponents had great hands, and I played badly. So that is not a recipe for winning tournaments. Maybe I should have practiced more with my deck, played a different deck, woken up earlier and gotten into the groove, played some practice matches or something. I don't know. For whatever reason, like I said, game 1 against, or a game 1 against Jewel, like I lost the die roll and I died on turn 1. Like that's fine. That just happens. But game 2, I need to identify Hull Breacher and not attack, and I think I have a good chance of winning that game. And then here, I mulligan to a power hand that was good against Dredge, and my opponent swapped it up and was on Null Rod turn 1. I think that's just part of doing business. Again, losing the die roll and mulliganing. And then game 2, I lost entirely on my own accord by playing badly. I absolutely missequenced my fetch and my removal spell, causing me not to be able to consign the sphere, causing me to be behind on mana, causing me to lose the game. Like, I lost the game there because I played badly, right? So in both matches, game 2, like game 1s, I was always going to lose basically, and then game 2, I played badly and lost, and so that's it. Prizes go to 128. Are you sure O2 is a drop? Yeah, I don't care about any prize other than top 8ing, and I can't top 8 from 6-2 O2. And I am obviously not having a good time. So it's it for me. The next showcase is next month, February 8th, on a Sunday. It's on a different day than normal. So we'll try to reconvene for that in a month from now. Shortly before that, the weekend before that, Sunday the 1st, is going to be the ELD Open Paper Full Proxy Vintage at ELD's Timeville Games in Mass. We're trying to make this one a pretty big one. We're hoping, more than 32 people kind of deal. Play some Paper Vintage. We got people from New York City hopefully coming up. And so if you're in the Northeast and you want to play Paper Vintage, February 1st is going to be a big event. I need to figure out what I want to do in Vintage over the next month and see, because this does mean that I will not go to Spotlight Toronto. Instead, I will try to do well in the next showcase. But yeah. No, I don't really want to play any more Magic. I did not have fun right there, and I don't think I'm in a good mental spot to be streaming right now. So you can always watch the VOD from last night. We had a really fun stream last night where we played the standard PO deck with the islands and the tiling gates. So if you want to find some content to watch, you can 2x speed my VOD from last night. But for this stream, I'm gonna call it a day. Obviously, this is a short day and not a day I wanted to go O2 drop in, and I have in the past played out from O2. I just don't think right now I want to do that. So, and that's what I gotta do. So I'm gonna sign off. Hopefully you'll have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy some vintage content. New videos on the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.